Hi to everyone. Hi, Ram.
Hi, Victoria. Thank you for inviting me today.
Thank you for coming. I'm very excited today to introduce you, Ram. He's Tantra, yoga, and meditation teacher, and we were working together for a long time. And main thing that he's very famous and gifted astrologer, and that is the reason we are meeting today. And what I want to do is to ask him a few questions so we can understand together with his help how astrology can help us on our tantric path as a woman. So, Ram, my first question will be why and how astrology can shed light on my specific sexual needs and on my sexual temperament.
Okay, thanks for asking. So basically, the kind of astrology that I do is professional and personalized astrology. What most people know as astrology is a generalized magazine astrology that talks about generic signs. What I do is based on your specific time, place, and date of birth, and then I create a specific horoscope which is unique to you, like a fingerprint. And in that horoscope, various aspects of your life are expressed through the planets, also the predominant element of your being. And then our sexual psychology and needs are determined by our dominant elements like earth, water, fire, and air, and also by the specific planets related to femininity and masculinity. In the case of femininity, we speak about the moon and the planet Venus. So by analyzing astrologically the position of Venus and the moon, together with understanding your dominant element, I can deduce what kind of feminine energy runs through you. For example, if Venus is in a fire sign and the moon is also in a fire sign, but your dominant element is water, I know that your sexuality would be a mix of water and fire, and that would be a mix of emotion, romanticism, sensuality, and passion, fire, enthusiasm, adventure. And then you have a bit the Mediterranean Latino archetype, a bit angry at the same time.
I see.
Something like that.
Okay, thank you. I also want to know how can astrology help me to understand better my strengths as a woman and also maybe my weakness as a woman?
Okay, so basically, whenever we have a certain part of our being expressed in astrology, it would have certain dominant qualities. Those dominant qualities tend to be our talents. But when we have few qualities which are dominant, all the other qualities are more latent, and then we can't access them as much. So, for example, if somebody would have their feminine planet, for example, in Scorpio, so the strength and weaknesses of the sign of Scorpio would express through the femininity. So, for example, if Venus is in Scorpio, Scorpio is a sign that is very artistic, very deep, very dramatic, and very sexual, but also related to death. And that would mean that if Venus is in Scorpio, so people are very talented in going very deep emotionally through sex. And they can be very talented with perceiving the sexual energy. But then because of the Scorpio resonance, there would be also a certain darkness, a certain bleak energy, a bit of morbid energy, and as well as certain lack of romanticism. That would be just as an example of what happens if Venus is in Scorpio. So in this way, for every particular position of Venus and the moon and the feminine planets, there would come specific talents and weaknesses, and by viewing that on your horoscope, I can deduce what is specifically relevant for you.
Okay, thank you. And also, Ram, can astrology help me to build my own specific sadhana when I want to work on my femininity?
Yes, so basically here we come to a certain practical use we use the astrology to understand what are the strengths and weaknesses. And then we can simply choose, after talking for a few minutes together, it will become pretty clear for you what limitations are the most relevant for you to work, like what frustrates you the most now. And once you come up with a priority list of like this and this and this is what I want to work on, then we can see to which chakras these qualities belong, and then find pranayamas, meditations with music, or asanas that can open that chakra in that way when we speak about the yogic direction. And at the same time, we can look at daily life activities that tend to work on that. Like if someone has a lack of confidence in social situations because the water element is blocked or the second chakra is weak, which is pretty much the same thing. So then they can do yoga to open up the second chakra, but they can also go into dating, into romance, improving their romantic talents, becoming more social, and doing daily life activities which force you to work on that chakra. And there is a very beautiful reality check to see if it works. If I'm feeling limited and shy and afraid to do something, that thing is blocked in me right now. And if I do it and do it and do it until it becomes fun instead of scary, it means I got to a place where I'm comfortable with that and this energy is now open. So yes, also in these directions, I can give some recommendations for people in order to overcome some obstacles.
Thank you very much. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for your beautiful answers.
Thank you very much for inviting me, and I wish you and all your beautiful Shaktis beautiful evolution on your path as mature, spiritual, and tantric feminine presence in this earth. Thank you so much.
Thank you.